Department of Veterans Affairs from purchasing or guaranteeing that use loans to counties or cities that use eminent domain to seize underwater mortgages. These four entities make my glasses look too dark, I can't even see anymore. These four entities make or guarantee 97% of all home loans in the U.S. today, Campbell said Friday. If any city or county does this, no one in that city or county would be able to get a loan in the future. It would eliminate the ability for most people to get loans. Campbell joins Wall Street in the mortgage industry in opposing the idea. They call it unconstitutional and a transfer of wealth from one private group of investors to another. The Securities Industry and Financial Market Association.
I'm live streaming now.
And 25 other. Huh?
I'm streaming.
Are you streaming him?
I'm streaming you.
Oh.
This is fascinating. Are you kidding?
Okay.
Okay.
They call it unconstitutional and a transfer of wealth from one private group of the Securities Industry and Financial Markets Association, SIFMA, and 25 other trade organizations have warned the county that it could become mired in legal action with holders of mortgage loans should it go forward with the program. They say lenders would be less likely to extend credit to potential home buyers where eminent domain is used to seize mortgages. And lenders would seek significant risk premiums to compensate for the risk of loan seizures. Bottom line, it would beef up the cost of a mortgage, among other negative effects, they say. Bankers aren't the only ones concerned about the plan's effect on the housing market. So is the federal government. The plan has the attention of a federal regulator, the Federal Housing Finance Agency. The conservator for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac outlined the agency's concerns in an August announcement in the Federal Register. FHFA has determined that action may be necessary on its part to avoid a risk to safe and sound operations at its regulated entities and to avoid taxpayer expense, the agency announced August 8th. It's old news. Campbell seemed to echo that point Thursday. Through private label mortgage-backed security, though private label mortgage-backed securities do not conform to the criteria set by Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae, the federal lenders still own a stake in them. Their investment portfolios would sustain losses of up to 30% should the seizing of mortgages via eminent domain become widespread, Campbell said. And it's on and on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
These are some of the key players. Stephen DeLockstone, he supports it. Gavin Newsom, the Lieutenant Governor of California. He hasn't officially endorsed it, but he's asked the U.S. Justice Department to investigate Wall Street figures and government officials who he says may have already committed antitrust violations by warning against Mortgage Resolution Partners plan. That's the plan for eminent domain. And then this is Greg Devereaux, Chief Executive Officer of San Bernardino County. San Bernardino, along with Ontario and Fontana, has formed a special agency empowered to consider plans from Mortgage Resolution Partners or other organizations offering alternatives to reduce foreclosures. Devereaux will be at the center of whatever agency officials decide to do. And then, and Edward DeMarco, some activist groups have been calling for his resignation. He should go. Acting Director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency. DeMarco may emerge as one of the leading opponents of Mortgage Resolution Partners' proposal. The FHFA has warned that the plan may have adverse effects on lending markets and investors. The FHFA has yet to determine any formal opposition. And then against is T. Timothy Ryan Jr., Chief Executive Officer of the Securities Industry and Financial Markets Association. As leader of a trade group representing Wall Street interests, Ryan is one of the leading opponents of Mortgage Resolution Partners Plan. SIMFA asserts the prospect of eminent domain in mortgage markets creates an unquantifiable new risk for lenders and investors. So,
What's eminent domain? What does that mean? That means the government can just take it because it's theirs?
well, I think that's some variation of that.
Okay.
That thought is what this is all about,
Yeah.
and it's a look at what is possible under, I guess, the Constitution
Craziness, crazy.
and
Yeah.
and a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not an expert on this.
So right
by
now,
any means.
for those of
I'm
you
just
watching
reading this.
the stream, we're here at the Perez family home. This is 1205 Ralston in Anaheim, California. The Perez family is facing foreclosure. They had missed one payment. They were a little distracted by a family medical emergency. The grandfather had passed away, and during their time of grieving, they forgot to pay their mortgage. And then when they went ahead and paid their mortgage, and then it was refused, and the house was put into foreclosure. And that's just the short version of the story. But we're here with Occupy Fights Foreclosures. There's a foreclosure forum happening here tonight, so stay tuned for that. And here, this is Ruth, and she's reading about how other ways the government can take your house. Lovely.
But this is definitely in the news right now because of the way the foreclosures are affecting cities and the health of cities and communities. It kind of all this spins over. It affects everything because
I heard there
people
were
are put
like
out into the streets.
700 houses in this zip
just
code
this
right here,
zip code right
in
here
Anaheim,
in Anaheim, right? I
with
think
200 of them already in default, and
something like that.
wow, craziness. So
Yes, and
so whatever's happening here with the Perez family, it's not unique at all whatsoever.
yeah, that's one zip code, so you can kind of multiply that a little bit, you get a picture.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, the city I come from has probably like 6 zip codes. So this is the daily news.
yeah, this is the daily news. It's serving the San Fernando Valley here, is what it says, and it's just covering these stories. I think that story I was just reading might have come from New York or wherever.
Yeah. Hey, now if you're just joining us, we're here at the Perez family home at 1205 Ralston Street in Anaheim. Tonight there's a foreclosure forum here. People are coming out here to the home to support the family. We're here with Occupy Fights Foreclosures. Hello, how's it going? There's some yummy watermelon here and water. Yay! Okay. Okay. Stand behind me. Okay.
You know my camera phobia?
I didn't know, I'm sorry.
I have a camera phobia. It's not a phobia.
But you're beautiful. Why should you be like...
Mostly like, I hate cameras.
Oh, okay.
I'll use them, of course, but I really don't like being on camera.
Yeah, I don't like seeing myself in videos, and I see myself all over YouTube.
Are you turned off or on?
I'm on right now, yeah.
Careful, you're in this conversation for the world.
Yes, the world is watching.
Under what?
Huh?
Under what?
What? My live stream? Beers.
PM?
Beers.
Beers?
Yeah.
Text mom, tell her we're live streaming under, well, she's live streaming under PMbeers. nonsense.
But she's not gonna see you, and she's gonna want to see you, and she's gonna be, "Where's my baby? I want to see my baby." Wow, I didn't know it was gonna get cold. Maybe I should get my jacket out of the car. Hello. Hi, Carlos. The Press family is a very nice, lovely family. I fell in love with them within about 20 minutes and asked to be adopted within about 20 minutes of meeting them. I love them. I love the Perez family. Did I mention how lovely the Perez family was? My Facebook notifications haven't been working. Let's try it again. I'm going to try to put it on there. Error posting to Facebook. I don't know why it's not working.
I don't like cameras either.
You don't want me to film you either? But if you walk in front of it, there's nothing.
That's the only thing that's gonna happen.
Okay.
I love you, Carlos.
Can I introduce the Perez family? I don't know where they are right now. But this is Ruth here.
And there you are.
Okay, go.
Standing next to her, I walk her. She walks out the door and back to work. I go up to the two ladies and I said, "Well, excuse me, I don't necessarily." But I saw you yelling and scaring everybody away.
What's going on?
How many viewers do you have?
I have 5. Well, 4 and a cup. Does LAPD watch you even if we're not in LA? Does LAPD watch us even if we're not in LA? Oh, look, another cup.
Perhaps.
We gotta go back to those same people that have heard of the people. Put them out front. That's why I gotta get Dwayne in the city council. Yeah.
I don't know. If I can figure out this thing works. Let me get some light. Viejo. We need to get some light. I don't know. This is just like the silliest man in the world. Trying to figure out how I can get.
Go ahead, go.
I texted my mom telling her
Uh-huh.
that we're live streaming under
Tell her to
PMbeers.
chat and say hi to me in chat and say hello.
And you'll get the messages.
Yeah, see, there's a chat right there. Go taste the food on the table. The food on what table? Oh, right here? The watermelon?
Oh, the wonderful watermelon?
Yeah. Louis!
Let Louis.
gonna throw a water bottle at somebody.
Hey, now if you're just joining us, we're here with the Perez family at 1205 Ralston in Anaheim, California. The Perez family is facing foreclosure, and we're here tonight with Occupy Fights Foreclosure for a foreclosure forum to support the family.
Try the yummy food on the table. You don't like pork?
Nope.
Several reasons.
We're telling Zia.
What about Bonita Lane? You got house with the, you got a problem with that area?
Bonita? Zia.
You got a problem with that area?
Yeah, I was like, what? Bonita Lane, what? Yeah, Zia, no, Zia.
Don't make me get my homies from every Don't make me get the homies.
Oh, this guy's been there.
I'm back in the days, 60s, 70s. You know, when there was just like the side and
with my black magic marker, I'm gonna write some left
It doesn't work.
on your face.
It's too dark.
my families and all everybody.
See? Even with the light.
Where's the
It's too dark, see? I see nothing.
Right here.
So what do you guys want to hear?
And then there was Pauline Street.
Go up.
All the neighborhoods.
What the hell it says,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in your way. I apologize.
Trying to get to you.
Oh, no.
He was also speaking to.
It's really dark out
All
here.
right, we'll go in here. Trade places.
No, I've been
I'm gonna find different sounds. I'm just gonna figure out how to do it.
Whenever she originally expressed interest in
I need to get the cell phone attachment for the tripod.
my understanding is that she's been ill. Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
Power to the people. Oh yes.
What? Oh, thyroid.
Get up and do regular chores.
Piano one. Let's try that.
No, that's not.
Yeah, we were just
Power to the people.
Nope, don't see anything here.
Imagine. George, you didn't have
I moved out of these.
Actually, I don't. But the only thing is that I was just with her.
I'm running the 2 houses.
So yeah, let's go check out the front yard. So there's some tents here. There's people sleeping in the yard here. I slept here in these tents. And there's a Rockstar canopy here. And there's somebody on the roof. The roof! The roof! And I don't know, it's kind of dark. You can't see. There's more tents over here. And this is where I was staying. And somebody's camper over here. A couple of people stayed in there. Carlos!
Yeah? Oh, I'm getting those tickets. I used to go to
Somebody wants to meet you.
say, hey, look, you know.
It says, see Perez. Can you introduce us to the Perez family?
I am the Perez family.
Hello, Perez family.
I said, don't pay your tax. Bring them to me.
Is that good?
I said, wait a minute. Why are you
Is that illuminated?
Is it good, George? Did it get you some good light?
There's a guy on the other side of the street.
Is that light good?
Oh, we got the helicopter.
There's a guy on the other side.
Yeah, it's good light. Yeah. When do we get a helicopter? Is that AP?
I can't see.
Yeah,
All
probably.
right, whoever's just joining us, I'll give you a minute to watch the commercial. And all right, where are you going? All right, Grandma Ruth's gonna go do some outreach real quick. Are we doing a back and forth stream thing here?
Oh wait, we're not supposed to cross the stream.
No, I did. No, cross streaming is exciting. I like it.
Cross stream.
Yeah, with like a three-way or 3 streamers or more is even better.
Right on.
So this is George. He's Orange Crew. He streams here in Anaheim. George is awesome. He's helping to get the kickoff of Occupy Anaheim. So if you're here in Anaheim, you have to know George, Orange Crew, on Ustream.
Yeah, and look for us at Occupy Orange County, Anaheim. We could use a lot of support.
I like him on Facebook, and when I go home tonight or tomorrow, I'll definitely post up the link. So send me a message with all the links you want me to promote, and I'll do it.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
You're the best girl ever in the whole
Just
world ever.
but it has to be a Facebook message, or I won't get it. I hate email. If you tag me on Facebook, I'll never see it.
Okay.
But private message me on Facebook, and we're good.
I will do it.
I hate email. Email's like work, and I only go to email if like I need to like do business.
Right.
Okay. My job, email, work. Hey, now if you're just joining us, we're here at the Perez family home. We're at 1205 Ralston in Anaheim. If you're anywhere nearby, come down. We're having a foreclosure forum here tonight with Occupy Fights Foreclosures. And we're here to support this family who is at risk of losing their home right now.
Yep.
The one in the pink doesn't want to be filmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Makes my job hell.
Well, then, you know, he shouldn't be in public.
Well, I said stand behind me. That's what I said.
So.
And the one in white also didn't want to be filmed too. But yeah. Oh my gosh, there's this one person who doesn't like to be filmed, but she's always like in front of my view. And like one time I had to film into the sun because she was in the way, and like go so far. Oh, it's frustrating.
Okay, there's Occupy House. That is Occupy Motorhome.
Oh, look at this beautiful little ballerina girl. Oh my gosh. Carlos, you have to introduce yourself now.
Okay, so I'm Carlos Perez. I'm part of.
Wait. Let me get you on video too. Wait. Are you watching the stream?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Introduce the Perez family. Hurry up.
Wait a minute, I just was introduced to watermelon.
You're too far apart. I can't get you both in the shot unless you sit down. Okay, well, introduce yourself to us.
I'm Carlos Perez.
We are learning.
So tell me about your family and your home and everything.
I'm Carlos Perez. Hi.
You're Perez? Is that like?
Perez.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Perez. That was
I'm
funny.
Carlos Perez. Hi.
Boy, did I get chewed out. Did you see me? I'm inside the office with
I like your necklace.
The best girl ever.
the chief of police.
I'm dealing with it.
And
I'm dealing with it.
everybody was in there, and they're trying to. And then they said, "Who are you? What's your job?" I said, "You know what? I'm just going."
He's watching the stream while I stream.
They don't understand why you do
It's a stream vortex.
They look at me like that, you know.
The one that you want to meet is that girl right there with the curly hair.
Yeah. I filmed her yesterday. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube when I go home.
They didn't like this. They didn't like this. This is what the people know. I spoke for them.
Really pissed off right
It was really good in the park. It was really good. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll have that up later.
They hated this word.
I'll probably do it before I go to sleep because I'm kind of workaholic like that. Unless I'm really, really tired. Then I'll wait till the morning.
I don't work under pressure. That's all.
Really? I know if I don't get something done the minute I think about it, it won't get done. Yeah.
Swipe 3 times.
What they would do?
Charge 35 bucks.
Hi, everybody.
Wait. Yeah. I put myself under pressure.
35 bucks one time.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? You're
I-
using your cell phone for light.
My cell phone is live streaming,
And then the other one?
and this other one can do video.
Oh, okay, so you're doing both.
Yeah, but I don't have a tripod for my cell phone. But it's easier to keep it steady like that.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
So I
doing
had
the
purchased
collateral damage thing.
a bar that would hold both of them, but I never got it. I don't know what
And I got
happened.
backup. My backup.
Hey now, I'm getting that George hug.
They're getting a George hug. I was just telling her about my doghouse story.
Ruth gave me a hug that involved a back rub. That was amazing.
Okay, so ¿qué me ibas a preguntar? What were you gonna ask?
Let me get a bag so we can put on
Okay, I'll enter.
Here, okay, well, let's do that.
I'll do an exclusive.
Oh, an exclusive. All right, awesome.
Carlos Perez and Rufina Perez.
All right, this is,
Oh, I'm sitting. I'm sitting.
Exclusive.
and there's light directly behind you. This is so unprofessional.
Okay.
So, Carlos, tell me about your family and your struggle to keep your home here.
Okay, so I'm Carlos Perez. This is my lovely sister, Tina Perez, Rufina Perez. It's a very bad struggle. I don't know where we're gonna go.
It's a bad what?
It's a very bad struggle.
Uh-huh.
My family.
What was the question?
Can you repeat that?
Tell me about your family and your struggle to keep your home.
I cannot hear you. Can you speak into the microphone?
Well, to tell you a little bit about my family, we're 10, 6 girls and 4 boys. The oldest is 34, the youngest is 10, and we're all in between. I'm number 6, and he was born right after I was, 5 years later. I think how we're learning to deal with the struggle was what you said.
Yeah, tell me about your struggle.
Well, it's very difficult, just thinking, adding up everything that we've been through and to this point. It's very hard to put it into perspective and just kind of deal with it. But it's an everyday battle and struggle, and we're gonna keep trying as hard as we can to pull through, together as a family. For my family, I've been thinking a lot. I even told my mom, after all this goes down, I want to find a place of my own and move out, but there's no way I'm just gonna abandon her now or my family now. I really want us to pull through together because I have faith that we can do it.
How are the people?
And then we march.
So do you think, no matter what happens with the outcome of this, do you think you'll be, joining in the struggle, helping other families? And
Yeah, definitely. From the first time we were at Occupy, I guess somebody's concerned. Somebody just came up to me and told us,
Can we get the family?
I wanna-
Can you get your family, please? The rest of the family?
go get close. Somebody went up to me and said, hey, we help a lot of people in Occupy, but then they don't always stick around. And I told my mom that. I translated to her, and she's like, no, we want to be in this for the long run. Let them know that we're going to be faithful, coming here, attending the meetings. And basically, we just want to put this out there at large. We don't want to, keep it to ourselves, or once we're saved, who's Occupy, I don't know. It's not like that. We really want to stick with Occupy and be the face of Occupy, really push for a change about this issue. Not just our issue in particular, but this as a community, as a statewide issue, for everyone.
yeah, that's awesome. I thought it was interesting how you were saying yesterday how you didn't realize how many other families were going through the same thing, and now that you're talking about it, other people are talking about it, and I think that's
We're gonna get started.
all right.
We're going to get started. Push pause.
All right then. Thank you. That was awesome.
No, thank you for the support.
And if anybody else has questions,
All right, just jump on the chat and we'll answer them.
In the order in which it was received.
Or the most interesting to me.
Don't point that damn thing at me.
Come on now.
The bank tells you that when you call.
Oh, damn it, bank.
He's used to calling the bill collectors, huh?
I like it when Carlos says Bank of America, bad for America.
All right, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I want to, first of all, say thank you very much for coming out. Is your mom coming out right now?
Yeah.
I want to make sure she's
Okay.
here when we get started, and then that way we can all be on the same page.
I'm sitting too close to you, huh?
I know, right? It's like getting that zit right there, or like
I know.
Is the light?
I
Is the
want
light?
to shit on
Does the
my
light
face.
hurt? Does it
having
hurt?
shaved.
Well,
Zoom in, zoom out.
it's a little better than it was before. It hurt more before.
It hurt more before.
George is like, get my good side, my good side.
All George's sides are good.
I know, right?
You're
Yeah.
such a sweetheart. You stop that right now.
Hey, Art, you were telling me the history of Anaheim the other day, and we got interrupted. So I need to get your number.
I'm just waiting for her mother to come out.
Art Castillo, right?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
And then we march.
You want a blanket?
All right, let's march.
Remember we were at the Unitarian Church?
Yeah?
There was a lot of youngsters there, and I was telling
Some
them
of
stories
them
of Anaheim, and they were
Ven,
like, "We
mama.
wanna know more."
Ven, mama, a salir en TV, ven.
What's going on? What's your number?
Ven para que salgas en TV. She's obsessed with coming out. She said, how do I get into the TV?
Oh, yeah, I can put her in the TV, no problem. I could put her in that cell phone right there.
Little sister, the dancer too.
All right. First of all,
No, she's my niece.
Oh.
Ven, mama.
I would like to thank each one of you for taking time this afternoon to come out. Being
Let me
here
see.
today. You could be somewhere
no,
else.
you're good.
The fact is that you're here, and we really appreciate you taking that time to be with this family, in support of the family. What we're going to do, first of all, we're going to introduce ourselves, and I'm going to start to my right. And if you could tell me where you're from and why you're here, and that way everybody gets to know each other. If you haven't signed up, I need you to sign up, please. We need to have this. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So we're gonna start on our right and go down the table.
My name is Megan and I'm from Whittier. I'm here because I was a long-time homeowner who lost their home injusticeably, and I've been in the court system for a year, and I've spent 3 times worth what my house, I owe to my house and to attorneys who have done absolutely nothing for me. So I study, and try to spread and learn about foreclosure.
I'm Vern from the Orange Juice blog in Occupy Orange County, and I just like to find different ways I can help fight injustice, because that's my idea of fun.
I don't.
Mi nombre es Eleuteria Gutiérrez. Estoy yo pidiendo a todo el público que nos apoyen, porque nosotros necesitamos nuestra casa para vivir aquí.
I'm asking the public to support us because we need our home to live here.
Y tengo muchos niños, yo pienso que en ningún lado nos van a poder rentar y necesitamos la casa para atrás. Por favor, yo le pido al banco o al público que nos ayude, que nos apoyen para estar aquí.
There's too many of us to move somewhere else, and we've been paying this house. And I asked the public and the bank to please give us our house back so that we can stay here.
My name is Carlos Perez. I'm part of the Perez family, and I'm here to win back our house.
Oh.
And thank you all for being here.
My name is Rafina Perez, and my purpose of being here is supporting my family and getting back what I believe is rightfully ours. Power to the people.
Power to the people. And then we march.
Next person. Next.
Negative?
Negative.
That's a negative.
Okay, I'll go then. My name is PMbeers. I'm live streaming here on PMbeers, and I just came to support the family.
You rock.
George.
It's me. I'm here. Where are you?
Get
I
here
need
now.
the support around here. Y'all know why I'm here. So
My name is Dwayne Roberts. I'm a 42 or 43 year resident. I've been here too long. Of the city,
I thought you were going to say 42 years old.
No, a little bit older than that, but not that much. Anyway, I contribute to the Orange Juice blog. I'm also running for Anaheim City Council, and I'm here tonight because I'm interested in social justice, and I'm interested in offering advice in regards to perhaps how certain strategies we can apply, especially dealing with city council meetings.
Well, my name is Roger Castillo. No habla español. But fourth generation Mexican, and as being having that last name back in the days, it seemed very discriminating. Everything I saw when the changes in this community was coming through. I used to manage those apartments across the street back in the 90s, and I saw the influx of how the police came in and how the city came in. And I worked for the city for 12 years, so I had a lot of contact. I got almost 40 years contact with city officials, people, they know me since I was a kid, grew up here, family grew up here. So I came out of where I lived and lived into the communities. I lived here, I lived Orangewood and Hastur. I lived with there in Cerritos and Catella in the Jeffrey Inn area. I personally just went to live with the people and communicate and help them as an advocate. So I'm an advocate, meaning going in to help people when they had rental problems, going into the community of the kids, helping them out at the Manzanita Park over here, volunteering, doing things for them, and the vendor trucks. For 13 years, I helped the produce vendors when they were being racially attacked. So that's what I do. And sometimes there's only one or two of us behind. It's really small, but we see all the problems rehatching again. So this is my 5th term of going into this community and trying again. But there's some new blood and some new people, and people like Dwayne, they're very much a help in this trouble here, because sometimes they seem to look at the white man as much as the Mexican look down on us. So I've been treated by people I knew for many years like if I was nobody, a second-class citizen. So I got mistreated, and it just made me fight more. So I'm here to help and do what I can and be an advocate for you guys and help you out if you need me.
Thank you.
Power to the people.
Thank you. My name is Carlos. I'm with Occupy LA. Occupy fights foreclosures. We are a homeowners advocates, activists, if you will. I'm also a victim of the banks. So that in itself gives me the passion to work for families and help families who are losing their homes. Just a little bit more my background, and I don't want to really push myself here more than that, but so you get an idea why I'm doing this. Is basically I've been doing this since 2007. So before the Occupy movement started, nobody was paying attention. Nobody was talking foreclosure. It was very, very little that was being put out. But the Occupy movement literally brought this to life. The conversation started changing, and we have seen a lot of changes taking place at the local, state, and national level, but it's only a minute change, and I think that there's a lot more that needs to be covered. So that is my desire, my passion, my energy is being spent in changing the way things are right now with housing foreclosures and how it is affecting families. What we're going to do right now is we'd like to give you an update of basically what has happened since a week ago. And the family came to us asking for help during one of our meetings. We hold meetings in downtown LA, and people have been coming asking for help because basically when they go to government agencies, they're not getting the help that they need. Everything is just basically a show, so to speak, where there's a lot of red tape. And even after all the red tape, even after all the applications, even after everything that families do, they're still being denied assistance and help to keep their homes. So we know that the system itself is working, but it's only working for the banks. It's not working for the people. And that is a fact. So we want to change that. We want to be able to start really gaining traction for the families, getting them to keeping them in their homes. And in order for us to do that, we think that part of the necessity is to occupy homes, because that is a way that we literally challenging the system, uh, and basically alerting the communities, like in this neighborhood, that people are fed up. They can take it no more. They're saying, you know what, that's it. Not one more family. Today is this family, tomorrow is going to be the neighbor, and so on and so forth. We identify that right here in this particular zip code, there are 760 foreclosures, people that are at the point of being foreclosed. Either they are already losing their property because they default, or they already have been served notice that they are officially started in their foreclosure. We also identify that there are 200 families that have already had a court date, or that they have already received documents from the court saying that giving them orders to vacate the property. So this is unreal. This is something that I have not seen in all these years that I have been working in foreclosures. We have a very, very serious problem here in Anaheim with foreclosure. So unless we address it, unless we come together, this is just going to be another family. The family, at their invitation, you know, asked us to come and to help them fight their foreclosure. But again, now we're seeing a bigger picture. It's not only going to be this family. It's going to be a community, a neighborhood, a city that needs to hear what's going on, and hopefully with the assistance of concerned citizens, activists, and groups, organizations, we can bring changes to the community and to this family as well. Are there any questions on that? No? Okay. What happened again? The family was due to be evicted last week. I believe it was actually on the second, 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah, September
Wow,
2nd.
2 Sundays. Yeah, September 2nd they were due to be evicted. We immediately mobilized. We set up our tents. We put our banners. We started calling for people to come out. Since then, we have had a lot of media attention to this case. There's been reports not only in the English media, but also in the Hispanic media. They're very interested in this case because, case in point, this is a family that have 10 children from 2 different marriages, and 3 other kids have and are serving in the military. So this is very important to note, because you're talking about a family that has not only done the right thing by being responsible homeowners, paid their mortgages for 24 years, never missed a payment, but because of bank errors, they're being wrongfully foreclosed. So we have a good message here. But we also think that this is not a unique situation. We think there's other families in similar situations that the banks are literally screwed them and are trying to take their homes away. So they are symbolic of a larger problem that we are about to embark in a bigger level in fights. So far, this is what we have done. We identify problems in their documents. We know that there is all kinds of fraud that has been committed. Especially there has been, maybe you can explain us on some of the errors that we have found already. General, we don't have to get into much details, but some of the stuff that we discovered.
They have a difference in their truth in lending, the utility report from when they purchased the house. They also had a foreclosure sale happened in 2009. It was sold and they weren't aware of it. And they also had this recent one that they also weren't aware of. So both the first and their second got their money out of this house, which is completely illegal. Once it sells the first time, then the second is wiped out, and that's it. She's no longer attached to the title of the house, so the second can't go after her because it's not her debt anymore. The second did go after the house, which is baffling. So a lot of fraud, and a lot of people taking advantage of her. A lot of people taking advantage of her. So
Okay, so we know that there's fraud in this particular case, their documents. What we did is we drafted a letter identifying the different frauds in the assignments, in the trust, in the recordings, all that. We addressed it in one letter and basically put a notice, a letter of notice. We sent one to the bank's attorney, we sent one to the bank, we sent a copy to all the media out there. We also sent one to Loretta Sanchez, the representative, to the Attorney General, OCC, SEC, and Department of Real Estate. And I think that's part of the reason why they haven't moved against the family, and also, excuse me, and also to the Sheriff's Department. We faxed it to them, and we also took one in person to them. So basically, it's giving notice to the world that there is something wrong with this foreclosure and this eviction. And based on that, I think that they're reevaluating everything because they know, according to the notice that we said, and there's a copy sitting out here, basically saying that if you act against this family, you will be sued, you will be held responsible because you've been notified that there has been crimes committed here. So that's one of the things that we did. We also have been in touch. I spoke to the representatives from Loretta Sanchez, the person that's in charge of housing. His name is Carlos. We had a long conversation, about half an hour long. I explained them exactly what's going on, not only in their case, but in their city. And I think that they got the message. They offered that they will call the bank and let them know that there is going to be not an investigation, that's not the word they use, but there's a complaint that was filed and that they are reviewing what's going on here. That's good enough for us because that sends a message to the bank that we are notifying people. Again, also, there has been individual reports by the media regarding the case. It already made national news, so this is great. We have contacted different groups from the Occupy movement. They are aware of this situation. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to get a lot of support from the Occupy Orange County, which this is what I'm really hoping the most, if anything, is that we get support from for different occupations, whether Irvine, uh, Orange County, Santa Ana, whoever in this part of the town. We're coming from LA, and but we're willing to do it because we recognize what's at stake here. So we are asking for the help of the Occupy movement. Another thing that we did is we started a couple brochures. One of them explaining the family story here, what they have been facing. And the other one is a simple brochure inviting people to come out, explaining some of the fraud that has been committed by the banks in general. And it's more of an educational thing. We have held a couple of candlelight vigils that turned out a lot of people. Uh, we did one seminar or forum, if you will, last Sunday that drew homeowners from around the neighborhood. Some of them are losing their homes, and they're very glad to have this thing here. They actually have stopped by throughout the week saying that they also need help. So we have an opportunity here. Okay. Another thing that we did, we started or created a Facebook page so that people can start joining in and start spreading the news and start putting a lot of this information out to the public. Are there any questions so far we have covered?
What's that Facebook page?
Yes.
It's on the brochure. On the information part.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay. So I think that's good for the updates. One more last thing that I think you guys need to be aware of, that this family was not only taken by banks, but they were taken, as Megan said, by different people. In this case, there was an attorney that took $20,000 and did nothing for her. She actually dropped the case 1 month before the UD court date and never notified the homeowner, and that in itself is a violation by the attorney because she was supposed to serve the notice that she was dropping the case so that she would have plenty of time to go back and look for somebody else. So she was not even aware that there was a court date. So The court date came and went by, and she literally lost by default because nobody showed up. But that was at no fault of her own. So right now we're trying to enlist an attorney. In this case, I believe is Elaine uh,
Albert.
Albert. She showed interest in picking up the case. As a matter of fact, she also already wrote a letter to the banks saying that she was reviewing her case. So this is good for the family. She was also taken by another scammer for $20,000, another $20,000 offering help. This is typical of what homeowners are facing. In desperation, they look for anybody that offers help. We have to change that conversation. We have to address it. We have to deal with it. We have to alert people at large. Yes, there has been, reports about don't do this, don't do that, but I think people are still not getting the message. Why? Because people are not getting the help, so they have to look wherever they can find some kind of help. Even though that this help is a road to nowhere for the homeowners, and it's just taking advantage of them, taking the little money that they have. So we got to address that to Loretta Sanchez, that we need to really push on that.
Is she going to be able to sue the attorney and
Well,
the other scammer?
what we are trying to do now, my conversation with Loretta Sanchez would be, we want to have an appointment with her, and we are going to try to enlist. We already have a few people here from the community, homeowners that are losing their homes, and we want to be able to walk into her office with all these homeowners and let her know that this is a huge problem. It's not just one family. So I think that will mount a lot of pressure on her to react as to some of their demands. Now, regarding the suing and going after the attorney that has to be file a complaint with the state bar, we're going to discuss that as to probably having somebody go with the family to go file that complaint to the state bar. And there is a fund that people are not aware of that attorneys have to pay to this fund every month out of their fees that they pay. And basically, if somebody files a complaint against them for mishandling the case, they can actually be compensated for their losses. So we're gonna look into that. Um, Another thing is that regarding the people that defrauded them, we also have to file a complaint, because my understanding with the Consumer Affairs or the Consumer Affairs Protection Agency, um, and basically what it is that these individuals are continuing to scamming homeowners. So they actively involved into taking people's homes. So we want to make sure that these people are reported as well. Are there any other questions right now with a quick introduction?
What would the banks be? What are the names of banks local here? They got the loan from?
Okay, the banks that we are looking at, first of all, is Avalon. Avalon Bank was the original lender that she was making payments to. What happened, there was an emergency in the family. The family had to travel to Mexico. Upon their return, being 1 month late, she's sending the payment to Avalon. Avalon returned the payment saying that they were no longer the bank for the mortgage holders, but it was Litton. Litton, the family immediately notified Litton and asked them what was the dollar amount to cure the loan, the default. They gave her the amount, which was 6,000 plus. So she sent the money, and then they returned the payment again, saying that the amount was 10,000. Two different numbers that they gave her. So by that time, she was already in deep. She was over 2 months behind. So that was the whole intentions of the bank, is to keep her in default, so that they can start the foreclosure process, which they did immediately. And it was a point of no return, because now they were asking in the excesses of over $10,000 with penalties and other fees and so on and so forth. And this is where everything went south for the family. Now, the interesting thing is that on some of their documents, we see that U.S. Bank obtained the loan. And they are actually the ones that foreclosed on the property. They are actually the ones that sent the eviction notice to the family. We looked at the different angles on how we can solve this thing, and who can we actually attack. In our opinion, The ones that we gotta go after will be U.S. Bank, because they are the ones that foreclosed on this. They were supposed to do due diligence when they bought a property as to, what the condition of the property was, what the documents, all this other stuff. They didn't do that. We could go after Layton, but they are from out of state, so we think that U.S. Bank be the target for us to go after. Now, when OC Weekly did a report on what had happened here, they immediately called OC Weekly and they say they have nothing to do with this. Yet the paperwork shows a difference. They're all over the paperwork. They're all over the documents. So, regardless of what they say, we are going to target U.S. Bank to fix this problem. That is their problem. They're big enough. They have all the resources to talk to the other banks and deal with it. If they are the owners of this property now, they can certainly undo all the wrong that has been done to the family and give the family an opportunity to keep their home. Our goals are twofold. One of them is to make sure that the family stays in their home at an affordable mortgage payment, because since they created a mess for them, they need to reconsider a modification uh, according to the present value of this property. That's one of our demands. Whether we get it or not, I don't know, but we're also going to tie it up to the homeowners, to the Attorney General's settlement. The Attorney General received $18 billion from California. She said that part of that money was to do modifications or readjustments of loans to the current value of properties. Well, we say we're going to basically use that to obtain this for this family. Is keep it in their homes and modify the loan to the current value of the property, because they've done everything right for 24 years. So that's one of our goals. Second goal is to help the community to the larger problem. Okay, so that's what we're targeting. Last Friday, I contacted Sean Foley. He's one of the top CEOs for U.S. Bank here in California, actually in LA. I left him a message. We got his cell phone number. I called him directly. He has not responded. I'm gonna make another call on Monday and demand that he investigate what happened here and to fix the problem. If not, because this is being broadcast live, we have several options that we can do in the form of actions, and we will take actions. Again, our movement is very peaceful. We will do peaceful actions, but to the point that we are going to make the public aware of what has gone wrong here and what U.S. Bank is doing to families. Any questions? Okay. Um, what we have done, we have also created flyers, as you can see, banners, but we need to do more on that. We need to, there's some errors with these banners, with these flyers. We wanted this to be a little bit more targeted, so we're going to do that. This is a flyer that has some information for last week when we had a forum, so we have to update our flyers. We have to update our flyers giving the family story, so that when people walk through here,